Let us put this show on the road. At first, as always, quick preliminary check so you can hear the audio, if you can hear it. Well, I can hear myself, so let us begin. Greetings everyone, my name is Eduardo, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. This is the 54th live session, where I'll cover a combination about viewer spent levels and levels that I find online. If you want whatever levels to be covered, please leave the level ID in the chat, either on YouTube, Twitch, or Mixer, as I stream to all three services simultaneously. But before you submit a stage, please check the level history link so you can ensure that I haven't already covered the stage. I don't have to recover the same stage over and over. And please submit no more than 2 stages at a time, otherwise I'll start skipping over them. So I'll begin with this level, Space Travel Tree, Part 5, Trizidium Hard by Lipatio, with 28 plays and a score of 7. So welcome to stream, David, Eduardo, Galaxy Man, Squiggs, Lipatio, Jedok, Leonardo, YouTube, and all the lurkers, and anyone else who I missed. Let's see how difficult this stage is going to be. If you aren't aware, some of Lipatio's harder stages are easier than their normal stages, at least the way they're labeled. Hang on a minute, is there something to the left? Nope, it just looks so suspicious there. So we stole Tornado Man's spaceship and now we're over here on the planet. Yep, I did, YouTube. Check the level queue. Well, this is gonna be fun, but I'm worried for the challenges coming up later. How's everyone doing today? True, Squiggs. Or another way of saying is that Lipatio's levels have nice atmospheric plots or storylines without explicitly having dialogue boxes for the most part. Oh yeah, okay. Forgot about that. Slipped right off the side. The only issue I see with the Lipatio stages are that they get a bit messy. Maybe not messy, but the challenge coherence goes a bit wonky at times. It's not that the individual challenges are bad, it's then when packed together they just feel a bit messy and the challenge progression gets a bit off. You sure, YouTube? It's number 7. Well, on my document I can see it, so rest assured it will be the 7th level covered on stream. I see what they want me to do here. Nope, that's not exactly what I was supposed to do there. Yeah, that's another way of saying the issue with Lipatio's levels I see. Many of them feel kind of disjointed. Ah, I guess it's an updating issue. Just wait, YouTube. It'll be there. What other levels can you see on the queue, by the way? First one's Lipatio, then QueenMonika, then Cage, then Squiggs, then... Ah, Lipatio's again on the list. Hold on. How did that happen? One moment. Alright, you're number 6. Somehow, Lipatio's level got duplicated on the list. Oh, I see. Hello? Really? Respawn? Yeah, I noticed. You're number 5. Okay, so it's the one over there that I need to drop on top of. I've never done this before, so sorry for screwing this up. There we go. That's super scary to pull off. No wonder why this is listed as being hard. At least getting hit off the ladder is an instant death. You basically have some mercy time. Yeah, I see your 2 levels, Lipatio. Oh yeah, first go in here. I kinda got distracted by the background. Oh boy, this sort of jump. I never was really good at these. Okay, I don't think I'll hit the top, so I'm in better shape if I hold down the jump button. There we go. It wasn't as scary as I thought it would. I thought there was a risk of me falling, hitting the head of the spikes. I didn't need to wait at all there, Lipatio. I just kept on going. No, I won't, YouTube. Well, if I do a Thanksgiving stream, it won't be of Mega Man Maker. It'll be on a different game. I slid too early. Mind you, this is only door number 1 of 4. Not quite. That's the first door done. Imagine if I could glitch to the end. That would be pretty funny. By clipping into the walls. I'll add your love to the queue, Jedok. Let me just finish this one. E jumps. I called them E-jumps due to the shape of the jumping. Because they look like E's. Wait a minute. David, I already covered that level in an earlier stream, episode 357, so I won't recover it here. And completely skip the illusion section. Not skip, but make it really easy. Just avoid the other teleporters, because they lead to death. Color coded for a convenience, after all. I'd probably color the pink teleporters as being red instead, to make it more obvious. This section was much easier than the previous one. Oh boy, more of these concrete platform shenanigans. Not too bad yet. Ice physics. I've ranted enough about Mega Man Maker ice physics, so you know my opinion. What do you mean forced? I don't get what the complaint is here. Not really Kaizo, Lipatio. This... at worst, it's Diet Kaizo. I mean, the first section you put is much more of a Kaizo section than this one. Also hitboxes. But that's more my fault because that's proper hitboxes. Hello? Now the danger is trying to sneak in is a problem because, you know, pixel precision and all that. Hey Jaden. Oh, my apologies, Lipatio. Sometimes exaggeration and sarcasm is hard to convey through text. There we go. Almost made it. See? And that's how you do it. Oh, again, ice physics. Single tap can send you just flying. Really, if it weren't so sudden, they'd be fine. It's just the sudden acceleration which causes problems. I'd rather just have something like the Cossack Snow. And the temporary pause when you pick up an item does not help matters either. A bit of a close one there, but it worked. Oh boy. This is gonna be a side problem. Apparently not quite. Now this is more of timing more than anything else. See? Remember when I said earlier about the roller coaster? Someone said earlier about the roller coaster difficulty of the Lipatio stages? This is another example. Even though this is section number 3 or 4, it's still easier than the first section. I reordered it so the second section came first, then the third section, and this section. And then the first section. Yeah, it could have been worse. There's only 2 gimmicks, YouTube. Well, maybe 3 gimmicks because we have to use the concrete blocks, but we've seen far worse throughout this LP series. Even by Lipatio standards, we've seen far worse. Remember some of the rain challenges? Those are much harder. Just look at some of the stages I haven't been able to complete, Squiggs. That'd be an example. Basically, any of the Kaizo challenge stages, you know, the Kaizo race levels. Those are some good examples. Yeah, Game Fox's levels, or even Captain Pollution stages. Those are just way above my skill level. Knockback. Okay, touch the rail from the other side, I see. Getting back up there is the other big problem. Basically just damage boost. That seems to be the best bet. You know, if I can get into the hole, that'll make it a lot easier. Like staying here. That way I have some time for my air meter to recharge. Like so. Not air, but fuel. See, once you take it slowly like that, it's fine. That's what I need to understand earlier. I should slide under there. And be careful not to fall off, of course. Basically, I should slide to the right and immediately slide back to the left. There's a danger of falling into the drill's teeth. So close. If I swap to the jet, it would have worked. That's what the Shiki's there for, YouTube. See? Hi QueenMonika, welcome to stream. And this marks the end of the level. Despite being marked a hard level, while I understand why it's hard, it's on the easier side of hard. Oh boy. I think I know what's gonna happen. He's the one. Hey Gokulis. In retrospect, outside of one or two sections, this wasn't too bad, and oops. I needed to pick that up first. And to be fair, at least this stage was more condensed compared to several Lipatio's previous stages. And now if they all are trapped there, I can't really damage it easily. Hang on a minute. What happens if I get stuck up there? Let's try out that strategy. Okay. I was mashing the start button, so it doesn't work, so I had to go in there. But I think I found a strategy. There. Easy way to finish off this battle. It's not really that risky because you get 4 E-tanks. If I didn't have the E-tanks though, I couldn't go for this strategy. Wow, 27-minute long level, but outside of 1 or 2 sections, well 1.5 sections, I found it to be fine. Decent work, Lipatio. Second up is QueenMonika Mega Man Maker Adventure Stage 5 Skybound by QueenMonika, with 17 plays and a score of 3. Hey Zen. Whoa, YouTube. Okay, YouTube chat's fixed itself, don't worry. So one of these pick a gate. So we pick the weapons that we want to have. This may be handy for some shortcuts. Charge kick is a definite yes. E-tank and As much as like the black hole bomb, super adapter is also another yes. Charge Kick works wonders in so many different scenarios that it's basically a great all-rounder utility. Whereas all other utilities have their upsides and downsides, some more than others, the Charge Kick is one of the best all-rounders. Is there something supposed to be here? Yeah, there's something supposed to be there. Yeah, both vertical and horizontal. Oh, Rush Jet, okay. I didn't realize it started out with that because I didn't check the menu. Are you sure? Okay, let me finish this section, then I'll repost the link. Unless this time Google's breaking. Hey Panta, welcome to the stream. Easy way to cheese the level. Of course, I can't really do it that way because I need the life pickup. And I die because wind. Alright, try out the link. Can you see it now, or is it still not showing up? What? Seriously, I just did a minor tap. Alright, it's more my fault anyways. Yeah, Heavy. Hey, Red Max. Can you see it now, you Lipatio? Considering it's showing on my screen, I'll chalk that up to you, Google. Or there was a mistake with the link, but... Hello? It'd been embarrassing if the game crashed over there. No, it's still going. Imagine, the first two deaths are my fault, now the game crashed. You guys will notice that I take Tento following me for all this time. Well, see, this is more powerful than the Mega Man Tree Rush in some ways, as I can never get knocked off of it. Bye, Take Tento Head. Thanks for the ride. Thanks for following me. No M-Tank for me, sadly. No extra life cider. Exactly, Squiggs. Not to mention all the debug codes you could do on the second controller. Well, we sort of can vent, but as long as you don't jump off and you make rush jet your main utility. Oh, I remember that Doc Robot stage. I think it was Doc Needle which had the issue. And it took a long while for you to recharge your weapon energy if you had to grind up. I have bad memories of that. Rush Marine will work better in this game, definitely. It was very underutilized in Mega Man 3 for various reasons, one of which was because Rush Jet was too broken. See, I don't mind forced weapon usage, but I do mind when it takes a while to get back your weapon energy and is completely random. I know it's ROM hack level. Low quality ROM hack level, I mean. Well, at least I'm out of that section. I don't think I'm supposed to take this route then. That, or guarantee the enemies to actually have increased drop rate. Yeah, or put the checkpoint after the jet section, that works too. Oh, hello there, mini-bosses. This is where the jewel satellite would be really handy. Or perhaps not, because... Well, I went there basically too fast. There's no danger of hitting the top, by the way. You're always just a little bit lower than it's supposed to be. Is this training you for the next section, where you actually have to time it better? Essentially, the risk of getting yourself impaled in the spikes is much lower than what it seems. And that's why I brought the charge kick over. Yeah, not difficult, it just looks difficult. I know, right? Best all-rounder. Where it was useless in Mega Man 5, now it's very useful. To think all that I needed was air sliding. Even if we didn't have the air jumping properties, if we still had air sliding, it would have been useful in Mega Man 5. And thus ends the stage. The hardest part was the rush section, and it felt like it went on for too long. Also, it stopped raining on the left half of the screen, but okay. I'd probably remove the rush section and keep the rest of the stage. That was the most fun part. Remove it or half the length. Yep, best utility weapon, Lipatio. Third up is Sheepman version 1.5.5.1 by Cage2347 with 83 plays and a score of 24. And to think that the air jumping properties of the charge kick actually started out as a glitch in Mega Man Maker, but it became an extended glitch and was implemented as an official feature in Mega Man Maker since 1.2, I think. Before you could only air slide. I want Proto Jet. Actually, no, I don't need Proto Jet, because I still have Treble Boost. Yeah, it was originally a glitch that was much more inconsistent to pull off, and the timing was much stricter. But I'm glad they put it in as an official feature. Alright, I'll add your level in, Max. I get why they're using the TNT blocks here to replace the colored blocks, but it doesn't really feel the same though. And all these weapons are to replicate some of the weapons from Mega Man 10. True, although the devs have broken a few levels over time. Not just the glitch levels, but a few oddities. For example, see how the teleporter glitch happened? Ah yes, I remember you. Seriously, game, why are you hitching so much today? After I complete the next stage, I'll reset the game. This shouldn't happen this much. And it's not like there's a lot of rain. No. Oh. I didn't mean to get on the oil like that. And I didn't even see the oil spawn, so... the annoying part of this. Basically, I didn't think that the oil slider spawned correctly, so... This is a fun level. It does its best to replicate the original Sheepman level. Currently it's my favorite level of the episode. And it's not just your usual remix or redux of a stage. It actually tries some things differently. For instance, the usage of these fire mets. We even have alternate pathways too. There are a lot of different mat variants, especially when you get to the spin-offs. Agreed, Squiggs. Base's primary weapon deals half the amount of damage as the Mega Buster that Proto Man and Mega Man have. That's why I'd rather just use another special weapon instead. Because if you have a different special weapon, and especially if you have infinite ammo, Base becomes stronger than Mega Man. Of course, it also depends on which special weapon you have. Board up is fine. I'll make you a normal level. Are you happy? By Squiggs. With 19 plays and a score of 3. Hey, it could've been worse. It could've been the needle cannon, Squiggs. I feel that's the worst weapon. More damage or more utility? I'll take the risk and go for more damage. Actually, hold on a minute. Can I get true? No, I can't. None of these weapons are utilities. The needle cannon was better in Mega Man 3, to be honest. Mega Man Maker made it worse. That's the ironic thing. Same applies to the Surf Snake, but that's due to glitches. The damage over time effect would have worked if it worked closer to how the Ice Slasher works. That is, if you embedded the needles in the enemy and you swapped to another special weapon, the needles wouldn't disappear. If they stayed, I can foresee some circumstances where it would be useful. Yeah, increase the DOT damage, allow more needles on screen, or keep the needles embedded into enemies even if you swap special weapons. Flashman seems awesome, although I kinda like more the remixes more. Some of the remixes more. Whenever I hear this team, I always think of another team from a different fan game, which I did LP on this channel. Should have waited. And that's fine, Leonardo. Having them as separate entities would actually fix the weapon. It's one of the few weapons that was nerfed in the transition to Mega Man Maker, in the effort to make it better. The other weapon would be Surf Snake, but that's due to bugs at how it climbs walls. The other weapon would be the Magnet Missile, but that's more to how other weapons are just straight up better than it. Yeah, I missed it. There's something up there. But I need another utility, probably. Orbiter slide jumping. I also like the KineMare team remix that... I also like the KineMare team which remixes this team. I really need to get back to that game, especially after permanent... especially as permanent mode has been added. Never too many gimmick levels. Those are some of my favorite as well. Oh, just regular old Top Man. Oh boy, I don't think I'll be able to win this one. That was lucky. Decent level. Okay to decent. Fifth up is Robot Junkyard by QuickManX with 6 plays and a score of 5. When I say QuickManX, I mean Eduardo. I know, Squiggs. Also, congrats on reaching 1K subscribers. This stage is moderate to somewhat long. I swear there's something to the left. Definitely feels like a junkyard. We already see all those junk blocks everywhere. One down, many left to go. Wait. This loop's back here, so... backtracking time. Guess nowhere else to go other than down. At first you'd think this would be a bottomless pit because of the pit shadows, but... of course there's nowhere else to go, so... by process elimination, this must have been it. So just an extra fight for the Magma Bazooka. No may complain, but because there's nowhere else to go, I'm fine. I'm just about 40 subscribers away from 1,000 subs as well. And I'm also taking to streaming on another day due to all the indie games I have. And posting videos on 6 days of the week because I'm really behind in terms of my backlog. Don't worry, I'll eventually post my edited version of Rockman CX in the future. I finally got past the hurdle of Wally Tree. Oh, I remember that. Rockman R is going to be a bigger hurdle to edit, but it will eventually get done too. And eventually I have to conclude all those other LPs which have been stuck in hiatus for a year now. Nice! Junk droppers. I haven't seen that many users use this trick. I'm liking this stage more than your previous demolition levels. Now imagine if we had 2 stone men. And down goes Stone Man. Not all of them, but number 3 the most. More than anything else, the game suddenly became a precision Kaizo game for that one stage. Then it lets up for the rest of the game. And I was forced to use basically QuickMan there. There's gonna be a lot of cuts, of course, because unless you want to see me fail for at least 30 more times. Didn't quite make it. But once again, it'll be better than the CX. Then again, it'll be better than Rockman R. That's gonna have a lot of painful edits. Yep, this stage is a massive improvement of the previous stage Eduardo sent to me. This is my second favorite stage of this episode. Next up is Mega Man. Well, this just destroys him. Elevator time. Another one of these sections. These are nice refinement over the Demolition City levels. Much better executed. Didn't quite make it. This time, I'll just aim to destroy all the enemies first. Some other engines you may want to take a look at are Mario Unimaker, Mario X, and another one whose name escapes me right now. I don't know JIE. At this point, I'm waiting for Thanksgiving or something else. I really hope it's Thanksgiving and not Christmas. It's been delayed for long enough. Oh goody, dropping enemies. And that ends Stone Man II's reign. Let's get out of here. And hopefully not die in the process. Well, at least these can't hurt me. Spoke too soon. Oh boy. That's why we have the tank there. Yeah, I like stuff like Lunar Magic, which is for ROM hacking, and stuff like Mario Bros. X++, which is for fan games. I'd rather just use that than Box Maker because, for one, for Mario X++ and Unimaker, they're free, you don't need to buy it. Well, you know the strategy. GG. I know, I watched an entire playthrough of it. It's very lacking in every category. Do not recommend you play it, just use one of the free level creators, they're all better. Next up is Weapon Capsule Relay 37 by YouTube Social HD2 with 12 plays and a score of 2. Yeah, SMBX, that's the one I keep calling. Super Mario Bros. X is a wonderful one, especially with the Lua scripting. So you can make custom bosses, enemies, levels, etc. I highly recommend everyone check that out if you're interested in making Mario fan games. Add your level, Jerry Man. Well, you know the drill by this point. But for all those new viewers, here's the gist. Every 3 to 4 screens is dedicated to the use of a different special weapon, and every screen has its own background and foreground combinations. This is the 37th iteration in this long-running series that started over a year ago. Think of these as simple tutorials for using each weapon. Even for $2, I wouldn't say it's worth it. There are much better level designers out there anyways. I know, right, Squiggs? It's like a constant. The other constant is always having a stage by Lipatio ready. Same, Squiggs. Although add Sonic to the mix there. Which is why I'm so interested in Sonic Studio. Hint hint. When it comes out, feel free to submit your levels to me. Props go to the Sonic fan game and hacking community. They have so much creativity, in some ways it goes past the Mario community. I know, basically Mega Man Maker but for Sonic. And it seems to be more dynamic, so to speak. Even if the level design isn't necessarily the best for some of the fan games, some of them are pretty creative, making up for Sega's faults, I'd say. The movie redesign, a massive improvement. Actually, I'd like to take this time to say more of this. It's not just the redesign that's better, it's the trailer itself which is better. The original trailer made me concerned about how the movie would work out, but the new trailer is maybe not infinitely better, but much better. Even the tone and comedic pacing is much better. It makes it fit more like how a Sonic film would be. Sonic Worlds has its issues, so hopefully Sonic Studio fixes that. Well, then again, they're going for different things too. Paramount did. That was a shocker. At first I was shocked they would do something like that, and then I was shocked at how they decided to delay the entire film, and I'm shocked at the final results. Seriously, this almost never happens. No wonder the entire fan base was pleased. Then again, we had a similar situation with Sonic Mania. I really wish Capcom did something similar and made a Mega Man Mania, inviting fan game developers and ROM hackers. I hope so, Jaden, but I doubt it. Right now I'm very cautiously optimistic and think it's gonna be a okay to decent movie at best. But here's to hoping it goes to Detective Pikachu. I'll be right back in a moment. Seventh up is Mega Saga Power Plant by Jidog74 with 4 plays and a score of 1. This week was certainly one of ups and downs. There was an ever-growing dread of all the games that are being added to my list to be played. I mean, for one, The Messenger and its DLC are free on the Epic Games Store. The Messenger of all things. I didn't expect that game to go for free that early. Not to mention all the keys. Yep, this is gonna be one of those bigger stages. Well, it would have counted if it actually completed. But I get your point. I also wish there was an animated series. Mario got several, Sonic got several, Zelda got one, Kirby got one, and it finished. I mean, some of the ideas for Kirby were taken from the anime. I'm still waiting for Gun Kirby. Nice aesthetics. Jidog has a knack for these aesthetics. Yeah, even Pac-Man did. Now that Nintendo has upgraded the importance of the Fire Emblem series, perhaps it'll get a complete animated series. Or at least some shorts. There was a lot of potential there. I mean, the entire Fire Emblem series is much more plot-driven. Yeah, it was. I'm surprised for episode 101 they were somehow able to get all the original voice actors in English. King Dedede's voice in English was amazing. As well as Meta Knight. If there's ever a voice action... If they ever do another animated series or have voice dialogue for them, I want them back. It technically did have a season 2. It had 100 episodes plus 1 bonus episode. And Castlevania did have the series on Netflix. That was also great. Somehow it came out very well. Maybe a series of shorts would work. If we can't settle for a full anime series, a series of shorts would be fine. Star Fox would be another nice candidate. Remember the beginning of the adventure short? That was great. Oh yeah, wait a minute, we actually had multiple Mega Man animated series. We had Ruby Spears, which I'll henceforth refer to as Super Fighting Robot. We had Wish Upon a Star. Then we had Super Rockman Adventure. Then we also had the Battle Network anime. Personally, out of those three, I would like to have the Ruby Spears one. I know the designs are a bit different, but they are very faithful, relatively faithful to the original designs. I mean, it's also Capcom's fault for the designs coming out that way in the Ruby Spears cartoon anyways. Oh yeah, Star Fox also got an anime. I keep forgetting it existed. Of course, that's also because it didn't have 5 seasons. It only had 1 or 2 seasons. Oh yeah, the Man of Action one too. That one, I'm not too interested in. To be fair, even in Ruby Spears, he isn't really muscular. If we're going to have a classic adaptation, out of all of them, I say that was one of the better ones for an animated series. Oh sure, it was corny, but to be fair, the classic series is kind of silly in several ways. Perhaps with a more competent writing team. And frankly, Sonic X never really got... It got decent in Season 3. Oh yeah, it's an X-Series anime. Using the style used in the Day of Sigma. That was a good one. Well, maybe not a good one, but it was decent. Reverse Select Man. Oh yeah, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. It was interesting, but yeah, it did have some issues. Oops. Only issue I'd say with this stage so far is perhaps I put a checkpoint closer by. This is a very cool level though, especially this part where we descend the power plant. It sort of did YouTube. True Sonic Boom the cartoon. Sonic Boom reminds me a lot of Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Even that episode of OKKO felt like an extra episode of Adventures. Oh yeah, some of them were pretty ridiculous. Not just a bad touch one. Exactly, Panda. That's something I really wish Capcom explored more. I mean, let's try exploring some of the Mavericks before they became Mavericks. Or the reasons why they became Mavericks. I mean, for example, Volt Catfish in X3 was one of X's friends before he became a Maverick. I want to see that explored more. Or even Mac from X3. Because I get the feeling that as the X series progressed, X grew more sorrowful at having to destroy all of his friends. Double time. Yeah, 2 of them, Lipatio. But agreed, Panta, I want to see that. Explore more of the X world itself, and show how it gets more dire as the X series progresses. I know a lot of people complain about X's whininess, but I'm kind of sympathetic to it, mainly as I feel many people don't read the expanded lore. If you read the expanded lore, you get more why X doesn't really like the war and fighting all those Mavericks. He lost so many friends and other people. That too. Last Hornet was a friend. Not to mention why Storm Eagle became a Maverick too. If you read the manga, you'll know exactly. That's a great avenue for tragedy as well. And that could explain their rash issues. Long story short, there was a lot of potential to explore the psychological effects the characters have in the X series. It was explored better in the Zero series, but still. Not exploring the X series really diminished how good the games are, I'd say. Having to fight several prolonged wars over and over and over really affects the psyche of characters. Especially X, as he's a rather empathetic character. Yeah, that was also one aspect, but that wasn't explored enough, I'd say. Like, why did he do it? Well, I know why he did it, but I just want to explore more of that. I'd also see more I'd like to see more history of the Rebel Force. Oh boy. Let me just use this strategy. It works wonders against both of them. It isn't his weakness, but close enough. Double kill. Oh yeah, Panda. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's why the end of X5 was so powerful and why X didn't want to let go of Zero, because he was essentially his last surviving best friend. Or in general, what happened to most of the classic series characters and why they aren't referred to in the X series. There clearly was a great cataclysm or something, because otherwise X should know more about Dr. Light. It's not like Dr. Light was a very reclusive character in the classic series. If that was the case, it'd make more sense, but no. It feels like something was really missing and something big happened. I already covered this level, Red Max, so I'll skip over it. Hold on. Oh boy. YouTube? Yeah, YouTube chat's kinda breaking here. Give me a moment. Can you resubmit your level ID, Jerry Man? It seems to have gone lost in the shuffle. Okay, I found it. Never mind. Eight up is Proto Man X-Chill Penguin by Proto Man X with 48 plays and a score of 13. Is this part of a level series? You know, to be fair, I'll only pick up one of the weapons then. Bye, Jaden. See you tonight. See, I don't mind continuing the X storyline after X5, Panda, but the way they did it was very clumsy. I mean, they could have made X6 X's journey for forgiveness, or actually recovering from the loss of Zero and everything else, and all the crises that happen in X5. If X6 was like that and fixed the level design, I'd like it a lot more. And have X7 and X8, you can have it focus on Axel, but another way to think about it is to make X7 and X8 focus more on the future of the world. That is, the world's improving, and there's an actual cure to the Mavic virus being found. Because remember, if there's a cure to the Mavic virus found, that still won't solve the problem of evil. Yeah, Panta. Maybe as a ghost, but not as a playable character. That was rather short and disappointing. Lined up is Jetpack Mission, Beat Springman in his secret base by KosMoon, with 75 plays and a score of 18. Exactly, Panta. Make X6's storyline be X's redemption arc, or arc of actually recovering from his sadness and pain. Keep Axel in X7 and X8, but make X the mentor figure, like how Zero was sort of like a mentor figure in X1, 2, and somewhat 3. And make X7 and X8, especially 8, be about the future. And to wrap up the storyline, make X8 be the game, well, X8 or X9 be the game where a cure is developed for the Mavic virus. In fact, let's do it this way. In X9, make it so that X and his team actually develop a cure for the Mavic virus and cure Axel, thus saving the world and thus paving the way for a better future. Yeah, KosMoon. And remember, we can still have ideas for future Mavericks still, because there's still the problem of evil. And by doing so, we can make the Zero series more of a tragedy. I don't think KosMoon is in this chat. Red Max submitted their stage. Power Plant is a fun level. Probably gonna be my honorable mention of the episode. Oh yeah, infinite jetpacking. Whoa. Wait a minute. Where's the key? Ah, I must have missed it. Good point. I never checked to see if this went back somewhere else. Surely I didn't miss a key somewhere. Oh. You could have made that more obvious, level designer. I don't know, Vincenzo. No release date given yet. Perhaps it's a case of similar names. That happens sometimes. Just double checking. Wait, what? I can't see you, Springman. The game froze for a second as... okay. I thought the stage would go by for longer because of the force field trap. Perhaps it does. But I have my ticket out of here, but I need to see what's up there. Oh, that's what. That's it. Actually, this was kind of a forgettable level. Not really that interesting. Before I cover Lipatio stage and end off the stream, let me cover one or two levels on the most popular queue. 10th up is Man Reimagined by 20Mitchell02 with 30 plays and a score of 16. So did Jetpack, it seems. I'll just cover one level in the most popular queue, then Lipatio stage, as it's a maze level. I'll end the stream either once I'm done with your... There are two situations where I'll end up the stream. Either when I'm close to 2 hours, or after I complete your stage and it's over 2 hours. Basically, I want to end off the stream after I complete your stage at the very least. But if I'm not up to 2 hours and I complete your stage Lipatio, I'll cover one more level. Or enough levels to get me past that point. I will have an evening stream as usual though. Wait, is there another route down here? Yep, I remember this one. Glad to see this was faithfully replicated. Wasn't this the section with the moles? No, not this one. Something else. The reason why they have the fans pointing downwards next to the quicksand is to make it so you fall faster through it. To closer resemble the quicksand in base. Yeah, exactly, Lipatio. It's okay if I go about 10 to 20 minutes over 2 hours, but if I can avoid it, I'll try avoiding it. Also because my commentary will get more and more uninspired. For a night stream, it's an hour. So yeah, a similar rule applies. This is to replicate the mole section, I think. And I say it does a decent job. That's one of the reasons why I have the BRB sections. It gets more problematic when you have games which don't vary up the levels as much. That's why for next week, the evening streams of Mega Man Maker will be slightly different. Yeah, basically, for the Saturday morning streams, about 2 hours, Saturday evening streams, about 1 hour. The reason why I put the fan next to the quicksand is to make it so you fall to the quicksand faster, because in Mega Man and Base, the quicksand is much more aggressive. It pushes you down faster. So it's placed there to replicate that. So the 11th and final level of the stream is Space Maze, Collect All Weapons and Keys Normal by Lipatio, with 47 plays and a score of 14. How long are your recordings on average, Game Idea Guy? Just to compare. One moment. Ah, I see. Yeah, my recording sessions tend to be around 30 minutes long, 30 to 45 minutes. Although, now with the avid live streaming and editing them down into an LP format, it can be 2 hours. So let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, and you can't really just save and quit. Let's begin. This stage has 5 bosses, 13 checkpoints, 132 enemies, 83 screens, 369 spikes, and 34 refillers. But what makes me worried is that this stage is called a maze. I don't blame you for doing so, Squiggs. When I used to do pre-recorded episodes for Mega Man Maker, some levels took much longer than I expected them to be. Maybe not angry for me, but tired and uninspired. And I get too harsh sometimes. Get what figures? That could also be because I'm streaming the game, so of course it's gonna be more laggy. Hang on, let me see something. Alright, maybe this will help a bit. Oh, I just used WebMega's website for Mega Man Maker levels. Let me copy and paste it. I use this site, Squiggs. It's a wonderful site. Can't recommend this one enough. It even gives stage maps. Exactly, Squiggs. I try to be fair, but I do also get salty from time to time. Of course, it also depends on the kind of difficulty. Some difficulties I get more salty about than others. It also depends on how difficult the challenge is. If a challenge is very outside my skill level, then I'll just give up a lot sooner and complain less. Hi, Mega Man. Fine, Mega Man. Nah. Let's fight it normally. Oh, trust me, when I do the pre-recorded episodes, I tend to edit out much of the salt. Maybe not much, but the worst of it. I'll see if I can, Lipatio. I already explored the left route, so now let's explore the upper route. Natural way to gauge progress. I try to reduce my salt, and I've been getting better at this over the years. After playing a bunch of not so good games, that helps. A bit of a more of a linear maze, to be honest. Not that I'm complaining. Before I use the key door, let me see what's up here. Thanks, Monika. I'll cover it tonight. Not recommended to take that route. I need a skull barrier. Exactly, Panda. But the tolerances vary from person to person. For example, I'm not a rage gamer. Ah, that's strange. If this wasn't a fan game or ROM hack, I'd scour the room for any secrets. Like hidden blocks and whatnot. Well, this area is blocked off, so... I guess we use the key then. I'll return there once I get the skull barrier and ice slasher. Of course, I could damage boost through the spikes, but... Oh. It's not recommended then. Wait a minute, was there something back over here? Let me double check. Nah, there wasn't. Well, I guess I have the damage boost then. I tried jumping. And as much as I get salty at this game, I can't hate it for too long, especially as a fan-made effort. Ah, not another layer of spice waiting to kill me. So I guess you're supposed to go here. Okay then. So this is where I acquired Eye Slasher. They're called E-jumps because of the shape of the jump, as you saw earlier. It's not too bad here with the advantage of slide jumps extending your hitbox, but if you don't have slide jumps, they're a huge pain. There are other kinds of jumps as well. To reset the room in case I fail. Wait, what? Let's backtrack a bit. Oh, I need to fall in the water apparently. That wasn't really an obvious path to move forward because of the big fish there. True, I wasn't sure where the Eye Slasher was though. Love the boss's face though. At least I can hide up here. This level doesn't suck. Right now I feel it's okay. Unless I get back over here. I'll play your level tonight, Power Kid. Use the sarcasm tag, Power Kid. /S. I'll have to return back here with the firestorm. Making a mental note of that. If I don't hurry, I'll get sworn by all the gyries. And now I can take this upper route. Is it? Alright, fixing it. I guess we overloaded chat because YouTube chat's also frozen. There we go, should be fixed. So this is where I get the Firestorm. It's a fairly simple Metroidvania level, so I don't want to say it's good because my standards for that are higher. It's okay to decent, which isn't a bad thing. What about that game? What happens if I try skipping it? I get stuck. I'll have to see that. Up I go, I guess. Not that high then. And I lost the key, of course. And basically what happened there was I jumped too high. That was my bad. See? Problem solved. Oh boy. I think that's his weakness too. It is. Now imagine if he's immune to this. It'll still be an interesting encounter though. Now let's see what's up the ladder and I'll get out of here. I remember this. Nice to see how it loops around like this. This entire stage feels kind of like a... maybe not a budget Metroidvania, but a mini one. I wish there was a bit more natural hazards, but this works. And that's how we open up the door. Just need one more key and I'll be able to finish this off. So that's why we don't have the star crash. So we don't just cheese all these challenges. Condensed Metroidvania is one way of saying it. For another example, for a game series that's also a good example of a condensed Metroidvanias, take a look at the Robot Wants Kitty series, or the Robot Wants Everything series. I will eventually let's play those games on my channel, at least I hope I will, if I have the time. They're nice short Metroidvanias, one apiece. There are about 5 games in that series. Ah, that was a close one. So that's how we get out of here. From out there, I thought I was stuck. Yeah, the door. I went back too far. I confused my location. I thought this was a different location. And now, time for the final part of the stage where we escape from this maze. I'll just hide up. Well, I can't hide up here. The devs taught about that. Well, should be closer because that's outside of the water. We don't have universal space physics, sadly. Black holes. Wow, they can pull me right off of Rush too. I'm fine with this being the hardest part of the stage. It is the last, after all. Once you get the hang of it, fairly straightforward. Time for the boss. Oh boy. Already off to a great start. Let's try it again. Well, at least we have a weakness. But his weakness, it isn't too bad. Especially if we do a shotgun approach. Even with the fully charged Mega Buster, this is relatively doable. The most dangerous attack is when he does the Astro Crush though. That can be a pain to avoid. This was somewhere between an exploration level and a condensed Metroidvania. So this will mark the end of my stream. Out of the 11 levels I covered during the stream, my two favorite levels would be Eduardo's level and Cage's level, with an honorable mention going to probably one of the other stages. I'll have to figure out which one though. Probably Jetpack. So the next stream will be going on tonight at 8 PM PDT. So in about 6 hours and 30 minutes will be the next stream. It'll go on for about an hour. Well then, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all later today or tomorrow. Toodles!